Wednesday, hump day, another day of work. Funny enough, couldn't get the animation done. Only because I started fiddling with it again, experimenting, changing things. Loud noises. But, yeah. But I'm gonna try to at least get one thing done this week. At least post something to this week. Have to get something out with this week. Then, dive into further debt. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the 3D because I've realized the 3D work I have, it's actually only being done through the streams, so I'll take what I can get. So, finish off this and then do what I've always wanted to do to this model. Give him armor.
I want you, I want you. I think about me this and more. Cause I know what gone through. Walking on me this and more. People when they got with me. People when they got with me. I got boca me. I know no, no, do it. I think about me this and more. I know, no, do it. I think about me this and more. I know no, no, do it. I think about me this and more. Go me. I want you, I want you. I think about me this and more. Cause I know I can't do. One thing about me this and more. People when they got with me. People when they got with me. I go me. I don't know, don't do it. One thing about me this and more. I know, don't do it. One thing about me this and more. I know, no, don't do it. One thing about me this and more. Go me.
No, I don't wanna. But at least you get to the fun part, finally. Yeah, I'll fix the ear and everything else later. So the idea here. Is to follow the spinal cord. Good, good. Okay, I might have done 1 second too low. Still though. Okay. Yeah, let's just delete that one. Let's see. Alright, so I kind of laid out the frame for what I want. Ah, right. And I think it would be fancy. Or at least attempt to. not feed you bloody cookies. However, you will be pleased to know you will have your Isaac Clark. This ones are trying to chop off his head already. Could be just like that one Dead Space 2 commercial. Your mother will not like this game. It's like, I mean, they're right. But I don't know why they picked that of all things. Also, I might have already screwed up. There's a certain way I want to do this. That entire spinal cord I made does not work. Plus, this is actually off center anyway. Funny enough. Rather, it needs to be off center. Okay, there. Cause yeah, it's like, okay, take the idea of an astronaut, combine some elements of freaking other sci-fi armors. Makes sense. Just some of them. Aren't needed. And that's the idea. At least the neck part of it. Because there has to be some way to seal it. The back is what's going to get tricky. See. think that's pretty much it, outside of cutting things in half. Oh, hello. That's why. Okay. There we go. That's probably gonna be about it. Just need to make the suit itself. And that'll basically serve as the frame for everything else. just so we can keep track of it. Just got a frame. Now if I was to add on to it, let's call it light. We'll do it in 3 stages. There we go. Actually, let's do this. I just want the center point for the model itself. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Don't think practicality to it. Yeah, we'll just keep adding on more and more, so I need it to be more modular than anything else. Okay. They're gonna make armor. It needs to protect. The problem is most vital organs are within your rib cage. That's easy. It's not easy to deal with the intestines. The first thing that comes is the majority of your central mass. base curve, so it would actually be more like this. At least in terms of how you do the legs. The legs, though, I feel like they make it somewhat practical in terms of if you were to actually do it in real life, but also make it to where it doesn't seem too ridiculous. Let's do this. This is going to be more fun than anything else. So I want to make it more streamlined than anything else. Because if you're gonna make, see, that's the thing. You want to make it easy, but you don't want to make it too simplistic to the point where it doesn't cover what it needs to. Like light armor, it's okay. Your intestines are gonna be freaking hit, more than likely. You do want to protect your vital organs. Unfortunately, the intestines is because of a certain fascia that connects everything in down there. You tear it, it's kind of game over, essentially. And that's the hardest part, because you need to protect your rib cage, because almost the majority, if not all, your organs are essentially in there. But then your intestines also is what allows you to freaking absorb nutrients, so you can't exactly say win some, lose some here. Alright, what if I pull back from Dead Space again, which actually I should. Hold on. I actually can make that an attachment. Yeah, just put out this. Let's delete everything for now. It is starting to get complicated. It's like you need to find a way to streamline it, make it easy for production, but then you need to also make it effective. I know, for example, this is non-negotiable. Right there. Of course, you'd have openings for the arms themselves. Now to armor the front. See, the best option is because how our rib cages actually protrude forward is to angle it forward along with it. The problem is now you created a trap shot. Kind of. And I really don't want to know how to Future's gonna be fighting. We're talking about simple, this would be the best way. Problem is, now I gotta bring it down. Which, granted, yeah, okay, fine. Because like I said, I want to be able to make the armor adaptable. Now I'm not stealing off of Space Marines a little bit, because the Primera is able to swap between armors quite easily. And if I can do that, which honestly does make sense. So why wouldn't you want to? This kind of idea I'm trying to do here is, alright, make it where it just literally can attach to the frame of this. That's supposed to be the live support. This I'll figure out somehow. There. I'll probably adjust it later. Arms, we do need to armor the arms. See, what would be the point of light infantry? You know what, that's a very good point. What is the point of light infantry? Because they're all small arms. And it's just to deal with, probably more of a security thing, I guess. You know what? Yeah, no, just keep going with it. Light armor, fine. Probably wouldn't be for military use outside of policing. So honestly, no, won't cover the arms. Just follow the stupid things we do today. Protect our infantry? Nah. Protect our equipment? Yes. Okay. I guess the idea is simple. Give enough protection, so if he does get shot at, it won't really matter. Legs, well, yeah. He gets hit, and he's down. That's pretty much it. I think I'm just going to do the framing of it. It's funny. I'm not going to work on the details or anything like that. Medium, that's going to be the more basic infantry. This is where the fun begins. I'm thinking on the side of the games. If I think about it, say I have armor, And you want to be weak spots? Okay, shoot the abdomen, shoot the arms. And I thought about it, I was like, shoot him in the knees. If you shoot him in the knees, you'll drop him. And that's what they need to do more in games, honestly. Because shooting's fine, but you need a reaction. But I'm not going to... So you think. No, let's just leave this for now. Duplicate you. Medium size it. Delete everything. Then we add on. Okay. So now... Huh? Oh. Yeah? Huh? What the frick? If his arms is like that, let me do this way. Angles. So much fun. Let's do this. Okay. Instead of outward, just put it inward. That makes it a lot more difficult. The good news is the only bad news. Well then. Okay, so just gonna Yeah, this seems fine. Like I said, light armor. Nothing massive or fancy. Attach more bits here and there. Unfortunately, I'm also gonna have to move from multiple factions, which is gonna take way more than it should. think I have a general idea how I'm doing this. Where the heck are you from? Ah, see. Let's see. Don't want to blind them too much. Yeah, details and everything else for it I'll have to do later. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Single clip. Separate you two. Uh-oh. We'll attach over there. This. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fiddle with this one a little bit more. And of course the suit underneath will connect everything else. Let's leave any kind of visor out of this. I don't think I should do that, but I should. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice on this one. I'm literally gonna have to. I mean, their idea isn't entirely original. But it is something we've already proven. Kind of something similar to Isaac Clarke's armor. No, I used the older blender because I already know it. I don't want to bother actually learning the new stuff. Because after they changed that to so many tutorials, it's like, why do I want to keep relearning the same thing? UI and everything else has already been done. Plus, I don't have the time anymore to actually try to learn something. Oh, come on. Because I'm hoping... Because I already tried transferring the files and it's fine, so I can learn later on. Play catch-up later. Let's see. Yeah, I figured as much. No, doesn't help. Okay. Let's see. Take you, push you out there. And that's the other issue too, is I haven't really had time to practice. Let's see. Which at this point, I don't think I'm gonna have much choice. I'm gonna have to practice whether I like it or not. No, we'll just do it that way. Yeah, pretty much. Especially like the key bindings, which I know you can still alter, but it's just, it's not. It's just kind of having to constantly change it. It's just, especially like certain things from the materials to, say, like the kinematics. I don't want to having to keep rearranging it and changing things just because they changed something. Especially like some of the tutorials. Like say for example you're following something, you can't really use it anymore because the whole thing got screwed up. It's just either done completely differently or somewhere else. It's like, why? It's still going to be the same software. It's still going to do the same thing. It's not a bad tool. It's just they keep changing things. So I just stick with 2.9. Oh, 2.9B. I know they did some weird stuff with it before they moved on and changed everything. Is that the thing where they had like 3.12 or something? Yeah, that's not protecting them in any way. But, well, like I said, I already looked at it, I downloaded it, and tried to transfer the files, and it does work. It doesn't mess with anything. After all, it's just a bunch of vertices. I don't really do much in animations, and that's what I want to change. second issue is this. Ugh. It's I can add a frame to the frame, but I can't protect his front. Not unless I add. I know, but that's well. Then there has to be something on there to guide it. Because the problem is if I try to move him side to side. This is why. This is why muscles start screwing up everything. Because I take all of this off. It's not just. Let's see, two. Where's the third? Oh, right, the third. Now you had the horizontal, you had the vertical, then you have the obliques. Right. There's three sets of muscles for the abdomens, and that's why it's difficult to deal with. Not you. You. Because if I want to do something to cover his front, armor it to some degree, the part that's going to make it difficult is because it's kind of like on a hinge here. It's like, great, it'll be there, but it needs to attach to the top and bottom somehow. Bleh. I don't know. This is the medium armor anyway, and that's not too bad for the amount of time I've given it. Finished off the ear. Made. Let's see. Let's do this. Which one? Yep, it's this file. So you have a. Come on, one more. A light variant, a medium variant, and then the frame itself. And I mean, that's hopefully what's going to happen. The helmets, I think I'm just going to keep duplicating and then just add on as each one goes over. But yeah, for Blender, I'll probably go back and keep an eye on it again. See where they're going with it, because I know they changed some things. Because I think one of my files has a PBR in it, and I just copy and paste it. And that makes it simple for the graphical side. But, like I said, for animating, I haven't really done that much with it. So, I'll go back to my little Minecraft thing. Something easy, something to start off with. Progress from there instead of just trying to start running with something more complex like a human body. No, animations. Games, I mean, might be used in a game, but, I still need, outside of work, whenever, you know, people stop calling out sick and I had to play, oh, there you go. I had to play Cover Up. I can try to keep programming on that because I'm making everything from scratch. It's the worst part about it is most of the stuff I'm learning for the game side of things. It's from older developers who've been doing it since like the 80s. Oh, right, because I forgot you're supposed to attach to the frame. That's fine. And doing it from scratch, it's not that hard. It's just finding the information that's still relevant, because programming is kind of like Blender. It's like you change a few things, you change a little bit of the language, and then everything's all screwed up. So say, for example, like when I started learning about 7 years ago, all the stuff I learned then is no longer applicable because the language has changed. And because of that, I can't use it. I just have to basically have to relearn it constantly every time they change the language. So for a game, I'll stick with what I'm doing for now. Just make it, put it together. It's just basically making the tools, essentially. That's all it is. It's a bunch of tools. For this, I want to actually do an animation. Because, I don't know. I just feel like 3D might be better than 2D. Just because in terms of putting everything together. And if I can do that, then I can probably do a lot more animations much more quickly. Since, you know, once the model's made, that's it. It's there. You want to spin it around, twirl it, whatever. It's like, yeah, change textures. Yeah, that'll take some work, but not as much as doing this from scratch. So, yeah, maybe next time I stream. Oh, wait, today's Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So, next Monday, I'll probably go back and work on the 3D stuff. Because I've seen the streams are helping. And it's giving me the time I need for the 3D side of things. Since most of my time is being taken up for 2D. since every frame, or not every frame, but every scene, I gotta remake everything, which I'm trying to find a way to get out of that. Let's see. Save it. Screw it. Ignore the Space Marine in the back. Don't worry about him. It's just an old model I have that it's no longer viable. Let's see. There you are. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, I forgot. He was also my test for the PBR. I forgot I painted him red so I could see what the hell was going on. So yeah, let's see. So I take you from light to medium, and then eventually I'll be able to. I need to fix the front though, because like I said, the light's more of a. The way I've set up the setting, at least for one faction. Light, more policing. Medium's actually for military. Heavy. Heavy's supposed to be more like. You know what? I had a plan for heavy. Whereas no longer you don't have a helmet. I'll still probably do one variant, but the idea is kind of make it like a full suit type of thing. So you don't have all these different moving parts, it's just one singular thing. Yeah, so whenever I'm able to work on that. Because yeah, I'm about to enter more debt, and I don't want to. Yeah, no, this is more like, what is it, what do they call it? I don't want to call it basing. It's not basing. What was it? Framing. I think it's framing. Oh, it's been so long. I don't bother with the terminology. I just learned on my own. But that's pretty much it for now. Because I only stream for about 2 hours. Just 2 hours every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's see. Monday is usually my day off, so that one I get to extend if I want. Friday I had to work on that as well, but I have a little bit more time I could play with. Wednesday, like today, I have no time. I'm about to go to work in a few, basically in half an hour. So yeah, and these streams do help. They help a lot. They help a lot. But like I said, I just want to set things up. Right now, I said I do one animation, which I'm probably gonna work my butt off after I get off of work. There's a short which is almost done. It's just yesterday screwed me over. Plus my whole nitpickiness. ArtStation. I don't have ArtStation. I don't think I've heard of it. There's a lot of things I've been staying out of for a while now. It's just at this point, it's like, okay, just get YouTube going, see what I can do with it. Try to see if I can push something out. Because 2D animation storytelling is what I mainly want to do. The 3D wasn't my main one, but I really do want to get into it. Because all I've been doing for years is just modeling. I never done animations or anything like that. But I do know it'll help a lot. Oh no, this is all for me. Like I said, it's like college is a scam. But for myself, like this model, I do plan to use for a game. Because I do want to compete with other companies because it's getting too much to the point where they're just screwing things up. It's like you want to talk about movies, they try to push all this other crap. It's like just tell a story and do it decently. Show it off a little if you need to. Turn Michael Bay if you must. But for games, I need the tools, and I need to start putting more time because I had a decent amount of time, and then the job got more demanding. So, and that's the job is just meant to help pay bills, and it's just basically like food service. So wonderful, and that's the whole reason why I believe this colleges are scams because I learned all this on my own. It's like learning it. I would say the 2D animation started around 2012. Right now I'm just trying to improve the art style because animating I can do. I have a system that I need to get into first because if you look on my channel on previous animations, it's like they're mediocre, they're not that great. But 3D I think it was 2013, but it's all just modeling. I try to dabble with uh, animations in 3D, but it hasn't really had the time. Because, like I said, the 2D one, it's having to remake everything every scene, and I still haven't found a way to make this program work. Um, let's think. The program was starting around 2017, and that's mainly for, like I said, for gaming. Yeah, because I mean, because you're trying to go to college to get more money. So okay, live the way you want, but they don't really provide that much. And it's like art school. It's like been drawing since I was a child, so it's like it's not that hard for me to figure it out. Especially when they already basically pointed out from one teacher, it's like the best way to learn is to copy. It's like, well, what do I need you guys for? Because basically, the internet's already outdated them. So yeah. So I'm just gonna right now just piece things together bit by bit, try to get YouTube going. Because if YouTube can help pay for at least some of the things, it's not that much. If you can help pay for some of the things, then, or at least most or all of the bills I have, then yeah. But it's not that much right now, so I don't have to worry too much. And if I can grow from, because if I could do that, I could leave the job. If I leave the job, that's more time. But of course, I had to treat this as a job. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because there's a lot of enough people out there who provide information that you can just. It's just, what was one person said? The good thing with schools, you have resources and everything else, but it might screw you over because you're in debt. You have to get a job. Blah blah blah. YouTube, you don't spend a penny, but you're on your own. It's like, yeah, but you put enough time, you put in what you can to figure things out. It works. It's fine. And then that's probably the best route to go. It's just the main issue is if you want to like make money off of it, either you're gonna have to go one or two. I mean, there's one of three ways because you can still get hired from companies, but it's not reliable. You can either go through YouTube, try to basically what I'm trying to do is make my own stuff that can compete, or make your own business off of it. Which I mean, technically, YouTube is kind of like a business because you do have to. Uh, what was the requirements? You have to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to have so many views per month, and it's like, yeah, you got to keep putting things out, keep making stuff. So yeah, it does basically become a job in itself. But the amount of money you can make is a lot more. So it's definitely more of a better option. So, but the thing is for me, Mondays and Wednesdays, like I said, I just wanted the stream to like cut into everything I'm doing to make time for the 3D stuff, and I might go into the programming a bit more because I do want to. There's an experiment I want to do, and I'm afraid of it. But that's much. I say much later. I actually need its prototype soon because if I get that tool for the game done, I'm gonna have to implement it soon because it's not supposed to be using algorithms. That's what scares me about it. Because programming AI, and I think that's the main problem with the use of ideas of AI. It's like it's just a bunch of parameters, and I need to go find that because I need to go find my programming book because it says something about algorithms. Because just a bunch of parameters and that you put together, it reads through it and prioritizes what with what. But then the one I'm making doesn't prioritize anything. It just identifies, makes a response, and then outputs it to you after you give it some sort of input. And I think it'll be very useful. It's just as long as I know I can't make it sentient. Because it'll be useful just because it won't need the internet. So, okay, it has its own little database. But, yeah. That's the thing. Programming, the problem is the way people put out programming is a bit, it's way too, I want to say misconstrued. Because you have the languages, but then you have the APIs. The APIs are the far more important stuff than the programming because the language itself is just I want to say it's more like the median to allow us to give input, essentially, like a way for it to translate between the machine and us. So the learning the language isn't important, but getting a grasp on it is. So once you got the basics, like okay, because like I said, even when I go back to for C++, most of the stuff I learned no longer viable. It's not usable. But the basic concepts is still there. All they do is like maybe change a few letters or change how it's inputted, but how it operates is still the same. Which so okay, fine. But the APIs, those is what sucks. Cause like I'm trying to use OpenGL just because what was it, 96 when it was put out? It's still compatible with most operating systems. Like okay, fine. I mean Microsoft actually included it into all Windows, so if I wanted to, I could literally throw out OpenGL, the one I'm working on, and go through Windows itself. Which I could, but then it'd be only Windows, and it's like I need this to be a little more operable. Because after I make the tools, it's like after that I'll make a game. I don't care how crap it looks or whatever. It's like as long as I have the tools and I know how it works, I can fix it. I can change it. I can do whatever I want with it. Compared to say like Unreal Engine, it's something they already made and there's files everywhere. I've already tried looking at another game engine. The main problem with it is the fact that it's like, yeah, you made it open source. Yeah, it's under a GNU license, meaning it's free. And as long as you put the license with it, if you modify and try to redistribute it, you're fine. It's just the files are everywhere, from its renderers to freaking shaders, all the things that's needed to make it run. It's a spaghetti. And I know they linked it. It's like, yeah, someone who messed with it, but it's not organized for some random person to come in and say, okay, this is where this is at, this is where that's at. It's just, no, it doesn't work. It's gonna take more time for me to figure it out than to build it. And that's the thing. So, yeah, like I said, there's so many things I want to do right now, but not enough time. So, this week, I'm gonna try to get one of my animations out. The audio story I need to get out because it's just right now it's just something on the visual side. I don't know how long that's gonna take. The audio's already basically done. Oh, there you go. Sums of all programming, organized mess. I'd go find that one video about the Valve developers making Team Fortress 2. I don't know why. Oh, what was it? I don't want to know why. I don't want to ask why. But for some reason this makes a memory leak and I need the memory leak so it doesn't cause a different memory leak that causes a crash. It's like, what? I don't know. That's why I wanted to build it from the ground up because unlike the companies, I don't have a time restriction. I can just put it together, organize it enough to where I can still read it, understand it, and be able to mess with it later on. Because honestly, when they're talking about graphics, it's really just the shaders and lighting. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, no, I'm just gonna try to get those two things posted. Show that the channel's not just streaming only. So I definitely need to start getting things moving because I already have a list of things that's easy to make, put out there. Shorts. It's just a bunch of ideas. I just needed something to like vent for my brain, essentially. So I'll come with. Okay, I'll come. I've had probably thousands of ideas from the past few years, and it's like most of them I'll never make. But some of them, if they're decent enough, it's like, okay, make it. It's short. Put it out there. And that's why I'm just trying to at least get 3 videos a month. So okay, try to cut back on the whole debt I have. Because the animations, they do take a while. It's just the only thing that's killing me is one, doing the art style, the art for it is fine. Say a day, maybe a 2, if I had to modify something or change it. But it's the animation because the program I'm using, it tweens, so it does the animation for me. Just set them up in one frame, set them up in another, and it'll figure it out. But in between, it's just it likes to fiddle with it, which means I gotta go edit it constantly, and sometimes it doesn't do it right, so I have to babysit it every frame. Yeah, and that's what eats up most of my time. So, and that's why I'm just trying to at least just try to get myself into some sort of routine. Get 3 videos a month, get the channel started. I could make money, I could leave the job, and then I could do this, and then I could try to compete with the companies. Like like at this point, the amount I've learned on my own, I can compete with the entire entertainment industry. It's just I definitely do not have the manpower, and that's why I want to figure out how to get this going. So, yeah. But other than that, Friday I'm not working on stuff like this. I'm trying to do something gaming because going insane from all the work. So at least have some sort of time for myself at least. But yeah, just Mondays, Wednesdays. I'll stream at 10 o'clock in the morning on Pacific Standard Time. Same thing for Friday, but I'll just be playing games and doing silly stuff. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. Hope things go well for you as well. Thanks for coming in and chat. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off and prepare for work, I guess. Or at least see what little work I can get done. Alright, take care.